Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope if I post this on another day, I'm doing it every Sunday. Anyway, let's get to it. Happy new month. Yeah, new month, same grind, more money, more pips, fresh eyes. Yeah, I pray that this month is everything that God wants it to be for you. Make sure you go higher on your in your trading journey this month. When it comes to trading, we're already in number 6. I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit scary because sometimes, at the beginning of the year, you start a New Year's resolution, by June, I should have run, do. But life will life, but God will God as well. So anyway, just keep showing up every day. What I've learned in the past month, um, very interestingly, I think I started a new adventure, like a new lifestyle, not adventure, in last month in May. That's going to the gym. And what I have just learned is to show up. And what I am learning or what I am telling myself is just to show up. Show up, just show up, even if you're not seeing any results, even if you don't feel like it. It's high time. It's 2025. It's high time we stop doing things because we feel like it or not. We do things because they need to be done. So you have to backtest every day. You have to show up for your trades every day. And you just have to show up and cheers to showing up for the rest of the year and just everything. Because when you show up, you go up. I heard that from one of my mentors that I listened to. When you show up, you go up. Really. So let's show up. Now, my plan is for us to back test. But my plan was to back test the whole month of May. But that's going to take a long time. And frankly, I want to go to bed. I just want to go to bed. So let's just do last week. The last week in the month of May, I have back tested. I think yesterday I did a back test for like an hour or so. Is it part of my schedule? Is in my routine because um one of the things with me is that I noticed about myself is that I get bored easily and I have zero tolerance for a lot of things. So I'm trying to, like I said, show up and then, be consistent, be a consistent girly. So it's in my reminder to back test every day 1 hour. I used to do this when I was like in 2021, 2022, like I was back testing to my back hurt and everything. So we're getting back to that. Okay, enough talking. Let me share my screen. So what should we back test, gold or GU? I think we should do GU. Normally I would go for gold, but let me just do an analysis on gold. I should check what baby gets. Let me do a top down on gold. Top down on gold just to check where baby girl is at. Um, so when I mean top down, that means check what it's doing on a monthly, weekly, daily, and then go down from there. I'll do a separate video on what I'm looking out for, even though I've said it like multiple times before. It's not that hard. I have like two methods of doing this. I learned one and I learned one. So basically just put in price at monthly levels. We can see that the candlestick that ended last month, the whole month was a doji. Was an indecision candle the whole month. Now bullish, not bearish, it doesn't even have a color, like a standard doji. And candlestick patterns, level one, talks about when you see a doji at the top of an uptrend, you should expect what? A reversal. It's an indecision candle. Now, the next candle that forms tells us what happens next. Now, if another doji forms next, we wait for the next candlestick to form to tell us who is in control, if price is going to reverse or continue. But it doesn't mean that money was not made. So if you can backtest this entire doji, like this is an indecision candle, like a pause or a stop or a reversal. You know, that's what price did. It didn't go high either, like it didn't make a previous high and it didn't even make a previous low. So anyway, I'm gonna mark up the low. Yes. We trade what we see, not what we think. It's not much for current price. Do we have any breakup structure? So on a daily, we can see this double top that has an exhaustion, and this is like a lower high M. So this is a so from this previous structure that is this downtrend that came down here can have this supply zone here and prices are expecting that area to be for sales. So we'll see if price keeps maintaining that area to come all the way down there. So 4 hour, let's really do work on 4 hour. Let's mark out these levels. The previous level of support. Two touches into the future to draw trend lines. What is previous structure here? Let's just take it from here. I'll just I like to take here. You have to know that most times price is not textbook. It's not as textbook. It's not as textbook, you know. So definitely the first area of concentration. The first area of interest will be this back to this trend line. And since price is really hitting this trend line now, we can wait for it to break and retest it. That will give a very good confirmation for a still. Now I want to check the fib for this. you know. This has just tapped TP1. We can still watch for price to come down to TP2 actually eventually, but this is full-blown major structure, right? It can take its time. Price can absolutely do something like this again, because we had this and all that. So we can have price come down here to back to that, first take profit level. In fact, that's even my mind. That's where I'm thinking that price is going, but we have to see what we want to do. We don't act based on our thinking. So, yeah, let me just put this right here. And even if, it's this, even if I want to use this, yeah. But I think I'll just stick with that major structure for price to come to this weekly level again. And if it does come to the weekly level, we may just get a bounce off here, like may come deep inside here. So it's not far-fetched, but yeah. So current structure now is, you can see that price, we were creating this higher low. Like we could have taken this minor structure here, but it's okay. Higher low, higher low, higher high, and then price has broken this higher low right here. So we are really at a critical place that could be a retest to go up. And the only thing is for price to break this main downtrend trend line and retest it to go up, or retest that to go up. But we have to be sure. This is literally my first, goal for the week to actually look at to see if price will come down here. That's what I'm looking at. But we need confirmation. We do have bearish momentum here. Yeah, I don't want to box price too much. I don't want to put it in a box. Put it in a box. I don't want to put it in a box too much. This is also a trend line. First two touches. But I believe price will tell us what it's doing. I'm looking at this to actually go down, not all the way to this trend line, but we need a break of this support level. So, we've had this break, this inside here, this, if this holds all the way. If not, we can watch for this to do something like this before going. It will tell us from experience, we know that we are going to get that telling. And trust me, this is a potential Very good. So let's backtest. The thing now is to backtest. We have to do a top down on this. We have to mark up at least the monthly. Oh, I forgot my lip gloss. That's so random. But yep. Think a monthly trend line is it. This is major. Um, Okay, so this is a weekly, so trying to find the price that is relevant to me right now. Oh, sorry for the silence. Okay, so this is where we look at structure. Do we have what is the current, major structure? Because the price is trending up on the daily, so we have more bullish structure here. I was trying to get do it later, but I know I want to make it like on a 4 hour actually. 4 hour, I don't want it to be daily, still the same thing. So basically what I just do on the daily is to look for like the current structure. So currently we are on the first take profit level of this, which is validation for a pullback. A pullback, a pullback. So on 4 hour, we had this lower high supply zone, supply. So we can absolutely get a sell also to that trend line on GG. But what we want to do is to backtest what GG did in the month, right? Oof, already feel in the week, last week, not last month, please. Last week, and we're going to use 15 minutes. I'm so sleepy, bro. And the approach we're going to use is investigative. And okay, let's go here. Let's do the replay. I want to see what level of price stopped at. Do you get what I mean? Like last week, it stopped there. What did we have at the back? Always look left. So right there is like a daily zone. So let me put this right here. Okay, daily zone there. So we had this, we can see this exhaustion up there, and you have the daily this is on 15 minutes. You have exhaustion, and then this candlestick, bearish candlesticks, right? That indicated a pullback. Now, what's the previous structure level that price can come to? So if price should come to that level that is like a support zone, we can take a buy there, but took a while. Okay, so price got to that level and then respected it a little bit, but ended up breaking past that level, breaking past that level. So what were the indications to tell us that this was going to sell? This was going into a sell on Monday during London session. You have this double top, then went on further to create a lower high at this supply right here, which is a candlestick variation, which is like the retest of that candlestick variation that we have. Then price went down, did a straight bearish momentum. Now that indicated bearish momentum, like I said, then a retest. This small minor structural support right here turned resistance. So that's a key level with exhaustion. yeah, price coming to this supply zone right here. It's coming to the support. You could have taken a minor buy back to this level. It didn't break, created another. This is a lower low here, created another lower high. At that point, that could have been an indication for a sell after this bearish candlestick and drop is drop right here. So at this point on Tuesday, New York session was a good place to sell at, right? And that was, so where would you have gotten out? And that's where our fee comes in at the first take profit level of this, which is about 42 premium pips. The 2 pips there throughout um London. So when Asian session price did a pullback, it's continuation pattern like a bearish flag, and then give us another candlestick variation, a bearish variation, which is like testing this level as well, and drop down with the supply all the way down. Then I think at that point we can draw a minor structure trend line. Now we break of that, a little retest and hold on. So on Wednesday, what did you do? This was Asian session move. Um, during London, we had this pullback and continuation. What's the continuation of that? A retest again of that candlestick variation, which is a supply zone with this, and then price pushed all the way down. At this level, you can use this you can use this zone as somewhere that price can come into. So anyway, we had that. Oh, so right here, that price reversed. You have this CSV2 as well. That's the second candlestick variation that we always look at. Anytime I say CSV, it means candlestick variation, and I specified and pointed out 3 kinds that we can see that can help us and give us confluence in the course. So we have this reversal technique right here with higher low. This could have been a good buy right here, definitely at the heart of London. Take it back to this level. That's like 70 something pips, 70 pips right there. Price kept going down, kept going down right there. Let's see if this is adjustable. No, I think I'll just leave this at thing with trend lines is you have to learn how to use them and master them to fit you and learn how to see and interpret them well. I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah. So price, we had a break of structure here. Point A to point B, we could be looking for price to go to buy from here, but we could be looking at for price to buy from it. So let's see what he did next. If you respected this entire move, that's it, you get. That's what we're trying to do up to here. What happened? Oh, I think it's done. Okay. So if we could go back up to that level, we'll see. That means price is still working. So throughout last week, we had an entire downtrend, which is interesting. One could have gotten in at any of these levels. Now, all price was just doing was to break and retest, break and retest. Basically, textbook trade. Textbook trade. Textbook trades. So anyway, I wish you all a very peaceful week. So let me read the prayer again, number 2. I've not done it in previous videos. So this is the second prayer out of 21 prayers for traders. 21 prayers for traders. Right then. Everything I touch turned to gold. That's the second declaration. Everything I touch turns to gold. Everything I touch turns to gold. Everything I touch turns to gold. Yes. So that's it. Have a blessed week. I'll see you in the next video.